Hey folks, this is the Wargame Fight Club series hosted on our Discord server on Red Star Vanguard. This is Commander Red Vega speaking, and with me today is my co-host Gotstam. So Gotstam, why don't you introduce yourself for the folks that are watching?
I'm Gotsdam. I've been on the RSVG server for a number of years now. I am also a administrator, and I've been playing Wargame Red Dragon since probably 2016, 2015, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a while. Maybe 2016, 2017, maybe 2018 at the
Yeah.
latest. Yeah, yeah, it's been a while. All right. Well, just a fresh reminder for the viewers that these matches use the microdeck format. Information about it can be found in the Steam guide page below in the link in the description. If you want to join our server, visit us at rsvg.org and follow the link to our Discord server. So, Godstam, let's begin assessing this match. All right. So, which side would you like to take a look at first, real quick? We got
In,
Z and Kaggernaut, or Z will also be known as FAP28328, versus myself and Comrade Comrade.
let's go with Blue Force side with Kegger and Fap.
For sure. So we can see that Kagger is pulling what I believe is Dutch German core. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I do believe that this is indeed a support deck. Um, and then we have, let's see, where is? Oh, okay, I see some vehicles here. Okay, we see Z or FAP, we'll call him. We'll see him, I guess, with some units. What I believe is likely armored for South Korea or Blue Dragons. If I remember, if I was playing this match just correctly, Z was indeed using armor, although it's not really hinted by the units that he's pulled. So yeah, we got that going. We got a lot of spam infantry being pulled out by Kagger for what I believe is, well, it exists. And I would like to mention that this replay is made before the Italian DLC release. So um, we are covering this match probably about a week or two after, uh, now after the DLC release. So just to mention that discrepancy. But we should get caught up here pretty soon. Now, for Red 4, let's see, we'll take a look at Comrade over here. So we can tell definitely he's pulled armor with a T-72BU. That is a pretty hefty tank, don't you think?
Yeah, that is,
Yeah.
see.
Sporting 23 AP power and 22 frontal. It'll be quite a juggernaut for the enemy team to deal with. If they're lucky, they'll have.
Starting big.
Yeah, it's a big target. And yeah, we also see some T-64 BVs out in the field. Some pretty solid tanks, all things considered. Good ATGM, modest armor, and 20 AP power for a 120 point tank. And then we got some mortars that are packed with a couple Strellas. Good old reliable Strela, can't go wrong there. Yeah. And what I believe, some transports here loaded up with Razvedka, as could be hinted over here by Comrade's mention of the flare for Raz, which I recall stands for Razvedka. Meanwhile, I'm over here. I have some BTR 80As with what I believe is Motostroke 90. Comrade over here providing me a tank because it doesn't look like I pull anything hard on the ground. Also AKM and a couple of helicopters, mostly for what looks to be capturing Delta and Alpha. So we see kind of like an approach on that angle over there. Looks pretty solid, and command infantry that will likely be unloaded here shortly. So, any comments before we get started?
Well, there is a change up with Comrade playing armored.
Yeah, he's definitely
Comrade
known.
seems to favor Moto or Marines.
Yeah, normally we see Combat Carbide usually pulling a lot of infantry-based play styles. So this is a really good chance for him to show that he's got more in his how do you say, his arsenal than just spamming infantry and mortars. And we're gonna see how well he pulls it off.
Yeah, we're about to see, especially pulling those heavier tanks to start out.
Yeah,
Normally, at least with my armored openings, I try to go with the lighter tanks first,
yeah,
since you don't know where the enemy positions are and you don't want to lose an expensive asset early on.
yeah. One of the worst things that could happen for a tank player pulling a BU like this is that it gets dived by like three anti-tank planes moving at 1,000 kilometers an hour, and there's nothing you can do about it if they've just got eyes on you.
Yeah, or getting a side shot.
Yeah, we're getting a really unfortunate side shot. Yeah, and that looks to be why I think Kamakama is very uh, aggressive with having four recon infantry before he really rolls in those that tank platoon that he's got there with the heavy tanks and the ultra heavy. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so let's get started. All right. Oh, anything you want to mention over here?
Well, let's see. With the
Yeah, we got a couple Kylers. Yeah,
openings,
it's the West German variant, so it doesn't use that 5HE 152 millimeter that the Americans use, like for the Sheridans, but it's got that. I think the equivalent for the Leopard 2 that would be developed from the Rheinmetall using the 120 millimeter round. So it'll be pretty solid. Definitely for a support player. Leopard's Verskaning recon is decent max cannon range, 8 frontal. And the Rutland is pretty impressive as an anti-air unit.
yeah, this their opening does not look as aggressive.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have a lot of bite to it. We've got some Hachikyu Shikis over here. Those could be intimidating with their missile. But against some BVs, if they push aggressively, it may raise some questions how far they can go. But we see Kager over here with just a bunch of infantry.
Yeah, this must be the assuming that it would be Comrade dealing with the pulling Moto or Marines. But there was a switch up, so
Yeah. Looks like we
they would
got.
have been aware of the switch up, but they're probably still expecting a shit fight.
Yeah, with the M113 AIGs, we can expect that these. And looking at the veterancy, I'm putting my money that these are reservists. Interesting. With a K30 Beho. So yeah. Any questions?
No, not currently. I'm going to see how it plays out. I will say that in most PvP matches, at least for me, it seems that the team that can get the point lead first is usually the team that wins.
Yeah, I'd say about 70% of the time, the team that can get the lead and hold it will win. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get this started. 3, 2, and play. All right, and they're off. So, see the Mi-24 is flying out towards the attack marker there. We see some recon helicopters. They use OH-6s going out and flying towards Delta and Alpha. Looks like Z is being very, how do you say, cautious, covering the flanks over here, making sure that there isn't like any potential helicopter drops that come in too far. Let's take a peek at what Z is seeing right now. You see those these Mi-24Ds, and he comes out
Yep.
aggressively with an entire squadron of, or maybe not entire squadron, but pretty solid air wing of F-15Js. That's all 4 right off the bat, 140 points at the beginning. So that's a pretty aggressive playstyle. I am...
But didn't push them out beyond their actual defenses.
Yeah.
Evac very soon.
So let's see.
Helicopter
Oh.
CVs are beating them to the point right now.
Yeah. Well, back to the other side. Let's check out how Common Comrade's doing. We got some tanks that are up in the woods over here. Looks like they're waiting for the RSVG to get down and deploy. Smart move. Get those RSVG up in some good positions for reconnaissance. A single squad of Motostrelki, not even Motostrelki 90, is holding the town. We are very fortunate that they are just not driving straight in. The only thing I'll be holding them back.
Those Motostrelki would be a speed bump.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's see. I got a attack marker over here. Looks like helicopter has been spotted, and we are getting the response. All right, we might have first blood coming from Z. Let's see how this goes. Oh, let's see. 4 air-to-air missiles, accuracy 60%.
It's not moving.
It's not moving.
It's gonna be, it ain't gonna be good.
Oh! Poor angle. Poor angle. Yep, it's just too low in the mountain there. They couldn't get the lock on. Only one of them did, and it was for a brief moment. Well, we see the BVs are being noticed now by Z. Let's see what... oh, hold on. We got a bomber incoming. Couple of 12 HE bombs. Ooh, it's a good number there on that T-64 BV. And we have a couple K1s over here. Not enough to scratch the T-64 BVs at standoff range, but definitely a threat nonetheless. Especially now that those tanks are panicked.
Well, I mean, especially if the BV starts approaching within their range.
Yeah. The missiles are off, though.
Who. Oh, really?
Oh, Z's going in for it again. Another...
Sneak it up there, but it's already been spotted.
It looks like they must have lost line of sight. Yep. But the BU is now spotted. F1 makes it out. Let's see how this is going over here. So, looks like Kegger has now just encountered one of my Motostrelki 90.
It gives you an idea about how many are there.
Yeah, definitely. There's some force concentration going on over there. We've got some helicopters that are landed on the ground back over here. Can Kagger not see them, though? Absolutely blind. Not even the recon helicopter back here is able to notice that far out. Oh! That RSVG just got deleted. Interesting. What? Weasels?
The EV is being moved back. It should have been a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah. The YP7...
A little bit too cautious.
Yeah. The 408 is not exactly a threat to the BV. But if this is packed with infantry, it would be more of a threat. Hey, you're not, I guess, throwing them in to see what lies beyond?
Testing the waters.
Yeah. Oh, we got the Kylers moving in. The Weasels with their 20mm. Oh. Meanwhile, back over here. Ooh. And those are my Schützen just getting slaughtered by the BTRDA autocannons.
really going to need a bit more than just a
Reservist
bunch of
spam.
infantry and transports.
Yeah. Because these reservists, you know, sure they could damage the BTRDA, but they're gonna have to get awfully close. And they don't have a lot of AP.
Yeah. The T-72BU is firing.
Yeah, and we have an F1 coming to try and punish that. Comes that BU.
Is it going to happen?
BU is
Oh.
unfazed. A little panicked,
Hit
but
it.
unfazed.
Looked like it missed.
Yeah. F1's flying right
They
into
get
the danger
more.
zone. But they're getting out, but one of them got tagged, and it's going to be a little while in the shop for repairs. Yeah.
Gonna need at least twice as many of those reservists to try to break that line in Alpha.
Yeah, definitely. Right now it's kind of having a staring contest.
I assume that's the point of that is to build up. Already sending a command unit over there. Well, I can understand trying to sneak in a counter cap to stop the point bleed as much,
Yeah, for sure.
which is a good idea. Some people do that a bit too late in the game.
On a small map like this, every +1 matters. So we have a huge forest
Okay.
fight. Those
So
was
it's trying to push. Again, not enough.
yeah, absolutely. Those M113 AIGs just are no match for the autocannons. They're gunning down the infantry, but as they do it, they reveal themselves the BTR-ADAs, and it's just an easy punish. That entire force of reservists is now almost all but wiped out.
If he had put behind either some tanks or some better troops with also better transports, I could understand doing a push like that. You push up the cheaper units to try to get them to start running out of ammo.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's take a look at the other side of the map real quick. Get some missiles flying out. Again, Kager pushing with these M113 AIGs. If for what looks to be no other reason than to waste the missiles that Comrade has.
Yeah.
It definitely makes Z's job easier by forcing the supply strain, which there is only one fob between two players, so it will have to be critically used. But to be fair, Kager is the only one who brought supplies for him and Z as well. Looks like I also had brought a couple supply trucks to help out in the assistance with that. Just keeping that supply line going, packing up those missiles. Trying to keep those repairs going so that way Comrade does his thing.
That can be a good tactic to use to try to stress the other team's resources, but when there's already a point lead going on, the other team's usually going to win before their resources get tapped out. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, with a lot of big open fields like this, having a lot of axis of attack is important. Oh, we see the F-15Js coming in.
They're trying it again. That's a lot of points for that transport right there.
Yeah. So they took out that MI-8. But there is, so far as I know, no attack helicopters or troop transport helicopters that is available to Hager and Z over there.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to see that side doesn't have much in terms of air defense. Because they've flown airplanes over that airspace twice where that helicopter was, and they did not get tagged.
Yeah. Well, we do have an OSA over there now, it looks like.
Yeah, but it's out of range on that side. Like that's on that far end of Alpha. They should have been able to, if they had any like air transports,
Yeah.
to sneak something by. Now, if they really want to be sneaky, they would try to sneak through that forest on that side.
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
I see they're pushing over in that direction now.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look over here. We got a little bit of mortar fire coming in. Looks like it's harassing the supply trucks and the anti-air. Just kind of blind firing from Kaggernaut. But it doesn't be doing a number. I have to start evacuating the supply trucks out. Bees over here now sending some Hachiku Shikis to help try to deal with the BTR ADAs. But the BTR ADAs are winning it out.
Yep, there goes another. They're going to get sacrificed over there.
Yep, this is just a straight up drive-by. Oh, we are seeing some action. Looks like what I assume is an F1 got wiped out. We see a couple of flight of helicopters coming in. Looks like I pulled in a K-52, trying to support Comrade. He is
a little bit too far.
Yeah, he's pushing his BU in and out of the smoke. Ooh, good run. Ooh, that was crit. Oh, right on the side.
Yep.
These Verpelings are interesting. Oh, and we see a K1A1 entering the fight. That's a respectable tank. 22 AP power, 18 frontal.
It's backing up again now that the BU's gone.
Yeah.
It's lost sight. Still okay, trying to force comrade out of that forest.
Yeah. Looks like they can't see through that forest much, but the Verpelings are at least scaring the tanks with their, well, shall we say, light missile?
Well, that's working. Pelt markers getting thrown down.
Yep. Yeah, we see the BU's at half health. The BV is not in a good state, but we got some BMPTs coming in.
Now, let's see, are they going to take advantage of this? Because that force has been hit multiple times. Are they confident enough to try and push?
That's a big question. We know Z likes to do a big build-up and then, hit with a sledgehammer. We see some K-52 missiles flying off at the Rolands over here. Meanwhile, Kager is back at it with another wave, with the weasels in tow. Learning his lesson, he looks like he is tired of these BTR-80 bullshit.
Again, I think that push should have happened on the opposite end that he's on right now.
Yeah. Oh, weasels are getting mulched up.
That first push should have given him the idea of where the units are concentrated.
Looks we got a flight of helicopters coming in.
Yeah, to back up. We'll see. This does not look like a push that's going to succeed.
Well, it might be good enough. We'll see. We got these F-15Js coming in. They're going to go for the air sweep on these helicopters.
See
But
how
the
successful it's going to be.
OSA is there to try and punish that. One F-15J shot down.
Okay, getting them out of there.
Oh, another F-15J shot down. That's a hard loss. Half that card just got swept out, trying to go after some helicopters.
That was not an equal trade right there, even.
No. M67s moving in towards these BTR-80As. Not looking good for those M67s over there. So these weasels, I always keep saying weasels for some reasons, but these are actually a legitimate threat to my helicopters coming in too close. So I started having to pull them off from using their machine gun. Because as laughable as this fight is, dealing with reservists by just using light machine guns, LMGs, against them is usually sufficient.
Okay, getting some smoke there. Probably should have started out with the smoke.
Yeah. Oh. Those weasels are actually doing a number. Tape 2's jumping out of the fray there. Meanwhile, let's see what's going on this side. Still kind of quiet. Alright.
Is that a German unit?
Yep. Oh, the weasels shot down an Mi-24D.
I think technically they would be Weisels, since the W is pronounced like a V in German.
Oh, yeah. Weisels? Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. Thank you.
6th grade German.
Hans, get see Weisel. We need to take care of those BTR-80s. I'm terrible with German accents.
Yeah.
Don't mind me. Oh, so looks like an Motostoki broke through and started dealing with some of these mortars.
Found that.
Yeah, found that mortar.
Found their command unit. Command unit was spotted.
I'm not sure. It was certainly very close. They're on the run.
Running.
Yeah. Overall, that push looks like it is coming to a grinding halt. The VTR-80A is just flexing on him. 3 AP power.
I guess he wanted to protect it, but he should have already moved that command unit into a capture position.
Oh, hey, we do have a Lance over here. Attack missile tank. Oh, the pod nose is firing.
They try and line up another command unit.
Yeah, the pod nose with a single pod nose with a whole 3 HE. Was able to deal 1 damage when it landed close to these ripplings.
It's gonna get hit again.
Yeah. Kind of a you know, wet noodle fight, as they say in the MMO world with that stuff. Oh, alright, we're seeing smoking up from Kagger, and we're seeing Z rolling out with a tank push. BMP3 is trying its hardest. Those tanks over here are smoked. BMP3 got toasted by the tank rounds. Those tanks are just coming in for the close at close quarters. I don't know if you need this much tank coming up that close, but Z's been building up for it, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, a downside to waiting for a build-up is the other team also has time to do their own build-up.
Yeah, and I think I distinctly remember telling Comrade to pull that BU in reverse, because if those tanks get too close to the BU, they'll just point blank it. So, let's see what they can see. So I have a PU that was flying up and over.
They don't see all the infantry that's in there.
Yeah, let's see how much infantry is left. Just a single squad now. Yeah, those things just rolled right in and just like, infantry? Nice. How about I just do this? Bam. So, Su-25D comes in and toasts several tanks.
Yeah, as soon as they get through that forest, though.
Oh!
Again, the other Y'all were giving them plenty of time to build up a defense for that breakthrough.
Yep. Oh, but the F-15Js come in clutch. They managed to shoot down my Su-25T. But the Su-25T did manage to break the back of that assault. There's now a...
It took out more than its point value.
That it did. Ooh. Rippling's using their light missile with a 2HE to shoot at 10-point infantry. So the Kyumaoshiki is now being aggressively assaulted. That is not a cheap tank. 20...
Yeah, that's fun.
and toasted by a 10-point infantry with a RPG-7.
I mean, it had help.
Oh, that BV is down to 1 HP.
And they get repaired before they send in more.
That's the big question. Let's take a look at how they're doing on the other side now. We got a couple of Mi-24s out on the prowl.
And find that main unit that was spotted.
Well, that mortar is toasted by the Yak B there.
How's their supplies looking?
Let's take a look. The supplies are still doing pretty decent. TAC missiles out. Let's follow it. Going on a trip on your favorite rocket ship. Shit. Where is this missile gonna land? Is that right on that Strela? Oh. Ooh.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah, TAC missile snipe on the Strela.
Yeah, that should be going. Yep.
Yeah. Interesting choice for the BV to switch to the Agona at that close range, but
It worked.
it worked. And you know that was completely automated too by the AI, or like the game itself.
Yeah. Yeah, AI isn't always bad.
Yeah. Looks like there was a little bit of a helidrop here from in the rear to
Yeah.
capture up on this side with some Mi-24Ds. B-Hos are now moving in.
They've been spotted.
Yep. Looks like I haven't quite taken notice. These Mi-24s may suffer a most terrible death.
Most likely.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gone. Ronostrokia is moving up, though. I don't think that's a good idea.
Guess we're gonna find out.
Unless you can...
Oh.
Yeah. Is it actually going to kill that B-Ho? It looks like it's going... Nope, it missed.
Yeah.
Is the B-Ho going to respond?
Does the BO see it? It does not. It is blind.
Oh.
As it is blind as a bat. Back on this side of the map, Purple Links are dealing with a lot of shit. Hey, those BMPDs! Oh! This forest line has been intensely fought over.
Yeah, I think there's been too many resources poured into that forest. At least for the Blue 4 side.
Mm.
They don't want to go over open ground, of course, but there's a lot of open ground in Delta, right? That could be taken.
Yeah. Interesting choice to push the BAHO up against the BMPT. Has made a wide decision to back off. Oh, we got another TAC missile out.
Who's it going for this time?
It looks like it's going for a random command snipe. What?
Yeah, that is going a long way. It's trying to guess. Yeah, trying to do a command snipe.
Yeah. It's a good guess, but just not close enough. And the fall
It looks like it's getting a little desperate.
Yeah, while we're on this side, it looks like red team is completely out of supplies. We are now starved. While
True. But
Geiger,
at 60% of the points right now.
Yeah,
that you need to win.
most indeed. All right, well, we got some action coming in. Looks like for a K-52. Coming in with a pair of seed missiles. Let's see how this run goes. Missile out. And toasted.
And there you go.
Oh, second missile out. Toasted.
Gonna hit. Yep.
RTV. That's a
About
good
ready to
run.
have a little helicopter sweep.
Yeah. Just keep harassing the enemy anti-air like that, and, you know, before long, helicopter rush could be inevitable. Looks like we got a Roland shooting at... Oh. Am I
Oh,
TV
you're
back?
trying to be a little sneaky, weren't you? You're poking around trying to figure out what they got.
Yeah, I got this far, so I guess I was poking around the back here to see what they got.
Those planes came out way too late.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely something to say that when you have the fighters like this, always just have like some combat air patrol flying back here, because the air detection on them is exceptional. So we got the Gonal Strelky over here, firing a missile out.
Oh, missed.
But it looks like they lost line of sight.
Still haven't been noticed.
Unfortunate missile miss there. Well, let's see, back over here on Blue Force side. Comrade has clearly spotted these enemy tanks. With RSVG? Yeah.
So get something in range.
Yeah, the stealth on them is still very good, and their optics are very good.
There's mortars.
Ah, yes.
A lot of indirect fire in this.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, a lot of mortars going back, changing each other's positions. Looks like Comrade's harrying of the tank positions, forcing them to relocate, is pushing them back further and further.
See my 24Ds. Did they spot? Yep.
Oh, and they took out the command there.
They spotted that command. That command had no support.
And the K2 snipes out another Roland. Z's banking on these F-15Js to do some work. He is coming in, and they slap out a F-15J.
Well, no, he started to build up in that forest by Delta, but then kind of stopped.
Yep. Yeah, this is what kind of like the threat of like a, you know, platoon, I guess you'll say, of Mi-24s. And it looks like Kagger is finally tapped out of the fight.
I need to see what is going to get called in now with the extra points and units.
Yeah.
B-hose. I'm not sure if Z has enough to be able to respond to some of the heavier tanks.
Oh, that's where the extra points went. The fighters.
Ah,
Just sweeping out my planes. Oh, that's sad.
ooh. That's one way to start getting air superiority.
Wow. Okay, that was many.
Two of them. It looked like two got hit.
Yep. Flew too close to the sun. They got burnt.
Yeah. That F1 bombing. That's all. The F1's almost done. not enough to take out those tanks.
Looks like these Mi-24Ds are just operating on attack move orders,
Yeah,
taking direct fire from the B-hose. Not a good day for them.
going back a bit too late.
Yep.
No way to refill that Call of 52's beaten. So
Even if I wanted to, yeah. That fob is tapped. We have a couple supply trucks we can scrounge up. That's really about it. Ooh! Hachikushikis. Just dumping.
smoking fire.
Yeah, they just dumping fucking entire ammo clips on those mortal Shelky. Have to pull them back deeper into the town. More F-15Js flying into the fray. Osa's firing missiles out. Looks like they're gonna make it out. A quad stack of BMPTs coming in from Comrade. Ooh, good solid push coming in from Comrade over here. Just taking out tanks left and right.
And this looks like it's it. I mean, just looking at the mini-map and seeing the amount of troops on the ground that are red compared to the blue ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Those missiles from the BMP-3s coming in clutch as they pour into the frontal armor of some K-1s.
There's some more planes coming in.
Z desperately trying to find some way to gain ground.
That line has collapsed. There's
Yep.
some troops in those buildings there, but got an Mi-24D to support them, so and a lot more in the tree lines.
Definitely a rough fight for the Moto Shelky, but they have some support.
And also getting pushed, well, not as much,
Yeah.
but still got to deal with the other side of the map.
Bombs coming out from the F1.
Oh,
And
that BU
and the BU's getting bombed.
took it.
K-181's coming in with Q Maoshiki. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. BUs are almost tapped out on ammo.
The BU's starting to pull back.
Well, Shelky pushing forward, trying to threaten.
The sacrificial lambs.
Yeah, sacrificial.
Keep those T-72 BUs alive.
BU's living on a 1 HP in a dream over there. And another BU got snapped out by what I believe is the Q Maoshiki and the K-1A1.
And that BU is on its way to being useless, basically.
Pretty much. Comrade sending out the last of the supply trucks and got another triple stack over here. Got some popcorn making over here.
Yeah.
But looks like Z has managed to stop the assault.
Yeah, to hold it back. Barely.
I am. Alright. Looks like red team's got 90% of the lead.
and is closing in pretty well on that main spawn point.
BTR-88's managed to kill a couple of M67s.
That's just a drive-by, though.
Yeah. The objective was to bypass the town, which some forces were lost, but they managed to get through.
We want to get there fast. Could have gone through the forest.
Yeah. Got a couple K1 spawning in.
Well, I guess I'm glad he's fighting to the very end.
Oh, yeah. True sportsmanship right there. Oh, Kiyomaru getting hit by these BMP-3 missiles. Attack missile
one.
Looks like the BMP-3 survive. We got attack missile out. Let's see how it goes. That's hitting.
Find that command unit. Nothing.
Yep, just complete miss. Attack missiles are great. I don't know if I'd use them for CV sniping, unless you know exactly where it is, because those attack missiles, they eat up resources.
Yeah. Can you check their fob real quick? Yeah, see, their fob is fine.
Yeah.
Then again, they've lost so many units, it's not like they've had a lot of units out that they've had to resupply.
BVs harassing these K1s. Oh!
Ooh.
And a snipe from the T-64 BV.
Calling up some more units to try to defend Charlie.
Ooh, BTRT got wiped. Sapri is now dumped. Oh, that Kiyomaru takes another. Ooh!
Ooh.
The BV missile really flexing on those tanks. Yeah, you heard of the Surgeon General warning, but have you heard of the fucking Commander warning? Smoke or die. Smoke up or die. Shit. Yeah, those missiles. The threat from missiles is real. The mortars existed, but they were not used to break a line of sight with the BVs at all. And that's a wrap.
There we go. Yep.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the score here. Looking at the top, we've got Z or FAP2832A. Definitely coming in with a very bloodied nose. Very bloody nose. So.
Well, even more so too for Kegger, even though Kegger surrendered.
Yeah, Kegger was just not having a good
kills.
Yeah, Kegger was just not having a good time.
As expected out of sport, though.
Yeah.
The hard thing about having on a 2v2 when someone playing a support deck, it kind of handicaps the team. Yeah,
I think Kegger was just kind of kicking it for the fun, but hey, you know, that's part of the Fight Club. You know, have fun with it. If it's a support deck, it's a challenge to yourself. I respect Kegger for pulling support. Didn't work out, but hey, you know, the memes were good. I enjoyed, you know, what was it, the Visel shooting down some of my helicopters. I was genuinely impressed by that. I was not expecting to get shot up by quad stacks of, you know, vehicle tab Visels, you know, just using 20 mils to shoot my Mi-24Ds.
Yeah, didn't expect that. Again, with my commentary, I think if they had taken the long march around what was it, Alpha?
Yeah.
They probably would have fared better. Since I know there's some poking around on that side, and it definitely didn't have any anti-air on that side of Alpha.
At least not in the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, at least not in the beginning, and then also the initial confrontation, putting those reservists through, also kind of revealed where a lot of the troop concentration was in Alpha.
Yeah.
I would have thought like take the long route, instead of trying to push through the same point.
Yeah. The big thing for me would have been like if there had been a couple Kylers that he would have pulled to come in and support to deal with the BTR ADAs. That would have been a very big threat to my transports, right? Because the 30, a 30 mil ain't gonna be able to scratch those Kylers up close like that unless they're like within knife fighting range, you know. So when it's hedro to hedro like that, the Kyler's gonna get a massive damage boost and just absolutely obliterate my fucking BTR 80As. And that was really the clutch on Alpha over there. Had it not been for those BTR 80As, I wouldn't be able to held against the reservists or the Visals that they sent.
Yeah, there was also a command unit that looked like the point was to try to do a counter cap, but never went through with it.
Yeah,
Had that counter cap get through a little bit earlier, it would have slowed down the point bleed, but not stopped it completely.
yeah, yeah. Uh, and it's a rough side for them to fight that side, I will say. Um, but end of the day, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Um, I hope to see some more people try to pull support decks and try to break the stigma around them. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, I've pulled support decks before. Normally, I try to do it when it's a 3v3.
Yeah, yeah. That usually is when it works best. Speaking the truth, because then you can bring the supplies, the anti-air, maybe the cheap tanks or whatever. The reservist card is useful, but I think just pulling a card of tanks would have been better than pulling the Visals. They're a cute card. I will give them that. Yeah. Well, any last words before we wrap it up then?
Well, overall, still good game.
Yeah. Definitely loves
It's a good match, a lot to learn from.
Yeah, I definitely love Z's really aggressive push with the tanks. I just felt like that it was really unfortunate he didn't have anything cheaper, because using K1s and Kiyomaru Sheik using K1A1s as your frontal assault tanks can be risky when you're pushing up against a forest with suspected infantry embedded inside of it. Yeah, they might be able to take, a couple hits, but probably not more than 2 really hard-hitting RPG hits,
I think if they had coordinated their pushes, because I know that Kegger had lower cost tanks and other units that could have been pushed in front of those K1s.
Yeah, even the Visals, if they would have died to allow infantry to, waste an RPG on a 10-point unit, and then the Visals just, as a quad stack, just retaliate against the infantry, then the tanks roll up and blast them, that would have helped out. But, damn, yeah. It was just seeing all these heavy tanks go in, and then, well, the Su-25, for the one part of the match where it did make an appearance in an effective way, it had some serious damage on that tank push. Wiped out, I think it was about 2 tanks, and damaged another quite severely.
Yeah,
easily probably making its points worth back, or at least significant.
Significant portion of it. It felt like if it didn't make its point back, at least got to like 80%.
Yeah, absolutely. And it took all the steam and piss and vinegar out of that push.
Yeah, even more so considering how many like those tanks that were actually left in that card.
And that's something to say is like, yeah, the K1A1 is great. Kiyomaru Shiki cards are awesome. But it's a lot of expensive tanks to be pulling. I do like the Kiyomaru Shiki. I do like the K1A1. But in micro decks, you're limited on the amount of cards you can pull. So you have to make that choice wisely. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's about wraps it up then. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Any last comments there, Godstam?
No, just thanks for watching, and if anyone watches this that doesn't play Wargame Red Dragon, give it a try.
Yeah, definitely. It's been the game's been around since 2014. You can probably run it on the equivalent of a modern day potato, and it's wonderful and relatively cheap to get into. Um, if try to make sure to buy the game on Steam when it's on sale. The price on it is ridiculously good. But if you want to try getting into Wargame, maybe check around some other sites. What is it, like GOG, right? They might sell some Steam keys.
Yeah, good old games.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, pull up some Steam keys from GOG. I think you might be able to get some for like 12 or 14 bucks, which Wargammer Dragon, when it's not on sale, is 30, but when it does go on sale on Steam, it's like $5 or $6. But GOG will sell them to you for about half the regular retail price when it's off season for sale.
And every once in a while, you can catch it like for free on Epic Games Store.
Yeah, it's definitely free on Epic Game Store on a rare occasion. I think it was back in 2021 or 2022, something like that. Hopefully they'll do it again. All right. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.
Goodbye, y'all.